they don't have to be accountable. They can just say whatever they want. They can laugh and joke and like degrade people, and it's kind of okay now. That's the new normal. It's okay for our leaders to behave like that. And I think that all comes from Trump. I think he made it okay to act like a fucking moron. And
absolutely.
Thinks that's funny, when, it's not
he
good.
He is a great showman. I must admit, he is a great showman,
He's not stupid. He's certainly not stupid. He knows what he's doing. But just like you said, I mean, he's a businessman, and he's taken a very business approach to politics. So he makes deals with whoever, and he very much has a deal-making kind of attitude to politics. And politics isn't like that. It's messy, it's complicated, it's full of compromises, and just to take this kind of like hatchet approach to it, it's never going to last. And that's why he's out after the first term,
Yeah, I. To be fair, the other runner-ups weren't that amazing either, but better than that, person. But I guess I was so happy, that for the first time ever, they're going to have a female vice president.
Yeah.
And it was quite, because I think, even when Biden crooks it, because, he's kind of... he's getting there. He's like,
Yeah. Well, it's like, as bad as Trump was, what was the alternative? Another, like, old, rich white guy, That's your choice,
Or Kanye West.
Or Kanye West, a crazy rich black guy.
That he had 600,000 votes.
Really? That doesn't surprise me. Nothing surprises me anymore.
Because I guess, people weren't happy with the other choices, so therefore they're just like, oh, Kanye West, why not?
There aren't any other choices though. That's the thing. It's like Joe Biden is just another career politician who's going to do all the usual stuff, and Trump was just like the devil. But over here, we've got like Boris Johnson and Keir Starmer. I mean, they're both career politicians, with not much difference between them really. The only choice we had was when Jeremy Corbyn came along. That was for the first time in generations the actual true alternative, and we didn't vote for him, so
I guess sometimes it wasn't even the voting for him. I just don't think people voted. A lot of people just don't have faith in the system.
No.
A lot of people just don't have faith in the system, and they just feel like, well, what's my vote gonna do? What's my vote gonna do?
Yeah.
And to be fair, I think that America should be a great example. Because at least what they said, I think it was Sky News, they said that 40 million people more voted in this election than last election.
Wow.
And that was people from, minority backgrounds, but also people that never voted before, and millennials. Yeah, and people with... it was quite funny because they were doing these statistics on NBC News, and they said that people with college degrees voted for Trump, and people without college degrees voted for Biden. And I was just like, well, okay, who's the smarter people here then? People with a degree or people without a degree?
Yeah, so the people who had a good job lined up didn't want to pay their taxes, so they voted for Trump.
That's a good analogy. That's a really good analogy. But you know what? I think I could, could speak about this till the cows come home, as they say. I think we
probably totally agree with each other by the sound of it,
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just thinking, from your latest album, which song, of said album do you like the most? Probably like them all. Obviously, it's your work, but which song do you feel like it's like, I like 1% more than the others?
I think the first song, The Power.
Yeah.
The one that was taken down from YouTube. I quite liked it. That's a fun one, I'm looking forward to playing that one live, It's just, no bullshit, just straight down to business.
Yeah.
Heavy riffs, heavy drums,
If 2020 was a song, what would that be?
What, one of my songs or any song?
Any song you like.
2020 was a song. Oh shit! Probably a Michael Ball song or something. Something tragic.
Something tragedy. Tragedy.
Oh, God. Yeah. Whatever the worst song imaginable is, it would be that.
Oh, gosh.
There's a few contenders for that.
Something from Cheeky Girls, maybe. You think, oh, gosh, this is how old I sound, isn't it? Like, Cheeky Girls. All the millennials are like screaming, who is that?
Cheeky Girls, you know. Yeah, I was going to say Justin Bieber, but that's a bit of an easy shot, you know. There's probably worse things out there than Justin Bieber.
If there was a song, just think from anyone, is there a song that you'd like to dedicate to someone?
Yeah. I'd like to dedicate my song, Autopsy, to Boris Johnson.
Okay. Why is that?
Because I can't say it to him in person, so I'll say it to him in a song.
That's good.
And, you know, I'm sure he likes, you know, contemporary music.
You know, if there was someone you didn't like, okay, you don't have to say anything. Boris. Boris. If there was someone that you didn't like and you could lock them up for 24 hours, which song would you play on the loop?
Oh, right. Now, I would get Tony Blair chained up with headphones on. No, with a massive sound system. And I would blast Slayer, Rain in Blood, on loop for 24 hours.
I think he would cry.
It would break him. It would break him. I would like it for a bit, but I can't imagine Tony Blair gets off on Slayer, so...
I don't know, imagine just like, you know, after 24 hours, it'd just be like a converted Moshe.
Well, then I would have done my bit for society.
If you were to start a cult, which song would it be your theme song?
These are good questions, man. Which song would be the theme song? Any song, or one of my own, or any song?
Whatever you like.
Oh, Jesus. There's so many. I'm thinking of like something by Frank Zappa. A theme song for a cult. Shit, that's good. Oh, God, there's so many. Something by Frank Zappa. Bobby Brown Goes Down. I don't know. There's a Frank Zappa song I'm thinking of, man, but I can't think what it is. Don't Eat the Yellow Snow. I don't know. It's something like that.
Okay. Is that like a hidden
Dynamo Home?
meaning?
Like you could pluck any Frank Zappa song and it would just be the perfect song for a cult.
Yeah, I was just thinking, you know, myself would be something like I love Bring Me the Horizon.
Right.
So the song Mantra, Do You Want to Start a Cult With Me?
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
The new record is awesome, man.
Oh gosh, like I wasn't a big fan of Amo, so it was the first, you know, before this one, but because I'm a huge Bring Me the Horizon fan, and so when they were starting, it was the whole like hardcore metalcore. It was very heavy, brilliant. But obviously, there's going to be strains to your voice, ain't it? You know, it's like you can't just be doing the same thing for over and over again. And I think the fans that when this mainstream stuff came out, you know, like Amo, people will be like, "Ooh, this sounds different." And it's like, well, yeah, you can't just be screaming all the time, and he's getting older as well.
Yeah, I think like any band that like lasts a long time has to make those changes. You know, like all the iconic bands like Queen, they're coming back to Queen. You know, if you keep churning out the same record over and over again, especially if you were part of a scene like the hardcore scene or whatever, you know, it might be, or emo. As soon as that scene goes, you're gone. So I think the bands that kind of make those brave shifts in their genre tend to be the ones that stay around a long time, you know? And they've just done it again with a new record, you know, they've kind of gone back to the heavier sound, you know?
And I think, for me, it was a mixture between Serpentine and then Amo. You know, they mixed them both together.
Yeah.
And then I think it was just more of like, right, we've gotten more fans with Amo, fans that basically didn't really necessarily like the heavier stuff, and then we've got the hardcore fans that didn't necessarily like Amo, and how can we create something that will please both?
Yeah.
You know, it's like creating a new dish, isn't it? You know, you just get this bit, and fuse them together, and then ta-da.
I was never a big fan of them, but I really like the new record. Yeah, it's really cool.
It is, and again, it's just like the meaning behind it as well, you know, with what we're going through at the moment as well. And it's one of those, it was one of those when I listened, before it came out, I actually, someone sent it to me, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, proper fangirl moment. I get to listen to it before anyone else. Oh my God, I was so excited. Yeah, and I was just like, I closed my eyes and I was listening to it, and then Dear Diary, which is the first track from this, you know, a single EP, I was just like, what? They're back.
Totally.
Amazed. Absolutely amazed.
As well, man.
And the riff in the middle, who thought they would have such like a Slayerish, you know, riff, guitar riff? I was just like, what?
Well, their producer, who does their records, who did Ammo as well, lives in Cardiff. He's a Welsh guy.
You know, there's a lot of good music has come from, you know, from Yorkshire over the years.
Totally.
But also from Wales.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, you guys have got some heavy bands. Have you heard of Marmozets?
Yes.
Yeah, they're from Leeds, I think. Are they from Leeds?
I think it's Manchester. I think it's Manchester way. Do you know, I should know this.
I think they're from Leeds, I think. I think they're from your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
They're awesome. She's got an amazing voice.
Great bands while she sleeps as well.
Yeah. You like the heavier stuff, right?
Yeah, to be fair, I like a bit of everything. Now, is there a band or an artist that you like, but people wouldn't really think that you like them?
Yeah, loads probably, because I listen to all sorts of crazy shit. Like, I'm sort of like, I was in a heavy-ish band, but we weren't heavy. We weren't like Bring Me the Horizon heavy. You know, we were kind of like Muse heavy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into like all sorts of crazy shit. Like, there's a Japanese band called Melt Banana. I don't know if you've heard of them.
No, but
check them out, man. They got an album called Charlie, and it loads of noise and weird sound effects, and they got songs that are like 11 seconds long, and yeah, they're really cool. So I like some really far out kind of experimental stuff, and then I like, you know, the Beatles as well. So I like the full range of stuff. So I make kind of like guitar heavy music sometimes. But I'm not really into like heavy music. I listen to like a load of different things.
Yeah, I love Lady Gaga.
Yeah, that's cool.
She's great.
Yeah.
But then it's like, you know, I'm not a massive pop music fan. But I like artists like Christina Aguilera because of her voice.
Yeah.
She's got an amazing voice.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily like all of her songs. That don't really, you know, some songs don't really mean anything to me.
Yeah.
But songs like Candyman, which I thought it was great.
Oh, Beautiful.
Yeah, Beautiful is got a little bit overplayed, you know. It was everywhere, right? It was adverts and just everywhere, crazy on the radio constantly.
For me, as long as it's authentic, I don't care what it is. If it's real and it's genuine and it's authentic, I'm not so bothered about the style. If I can hear the emotion in it, or I can hear the passion or the anger or the sadness, if it sounds real to me, then I like it. So I just don't like any music that is like manufactured and, you know, doesn't have any soul, or anything that's too clean and doesn't have any grit. I like stuff that's got a bit of something to it, and that could be like extreme heavy music or acoustic music or classical or anything, as long as it's got something, you know?
Yeah, like young artists like Billie Eilish. Now, she's great. To me, she sounds like, you know, I think if a mouse could sing, that would be Billie Eilish. She's very quiet, quiet, but also there's a lot of emotion there, which I can appreciate.
Yeah.
So I think she's great. Her music doesn't really mean anything to me.
Yeah.
Personally, but I think it means a lot to especially young girls of Billie's age group. But yeah, like a few people have asked me, like, well, what's your guilty pleasure? I says, well, there's no such thing. You know, there's no such thing as guilty pleasure, because if there's a song or an artist that you like, then you shouldn't feel guilty for liking them. You know, but yeah, like, is there a song that you feel, oh, I shouldn't, you know, this doesn't really go along the things that I listen to, but makes you feel like, oh, I like this, when you bop your head?
So many, man. Yeah, so many. Like, it's like when we were on tour with the band, all the boys would always want to play like hard rock, Motley Crue, kind of on the road music, you know. And I would always have like Sia.